Welcome to the latest installment of the Tarleton Basketball Preview Show on tarletonsports.com. Today we're going to preview the Texans and Texans matchup versus West Texas this Saturday at Wisdom Gym, with the women's game at 5 and the men's game at 7. On the men's side, the number 9 Texans will host the Buffaloes, who are 11-1 on the year and 5-0 in the conference play. Tarleton is also undefeated in conference, but 12-1 on the year. The Texans enter the game with the number 1 defense in the nation, while West Texas has the number 3 defense in the nation. Expect Saturday's matchup to be a close, hard-fought game with low scores. The Texans enter the game with the number 1 defense in the nation, while West Texas has the number 3 defense in the nation. Expect Saturday's matchup to be low scoring, just as both contests were last year. Last year, Tarleton lost at West Texas on the road 44-36, but came home and defeated the Buffaloes by 5 points on their home court. Tarleton returns home after facing Eastern New Mexico on Wednesday, where they escaped with a narrow 55-52 victory. West Texas had a scare of their own, but ended up winning by 5 points over Texas A&M Commerce. Both teams are looking to get a solid hold on that second place in the Lone Star Conference standings. The Buffaloes are led by Kenyon Washington, who is averaging 16 points a game, and also Donald Sim, who is averaging 14.7 points and almost 9 rebounds a game, which is second in the Lone Star Conference. Tip-off is at 7 p.m., which follows the women's game at 5 p.m.
Now let's take a look at the Texans game against West Texas A&M. Last year, the Texans swept West Texas in the season series for the first time in school history. Last season, Tarleton swept the season series against West Texas for the first time in school history, beating them in Canyon and in a double overtime thriller here in Stephenville. Much like Tarleton, West Texas A&M got out to a slow start, falling to 2-4 right off the bat, but have bounced back nicely with 6 straight Lone Star Conference wins. Tarleton comes in at 8-5, 5-0 in the Lone Star Conference, while West Texas comes in 8-4, 6-0 in the Lone Star Conference, coming off a fresh 110-37 victory over A&M Commerce on Wednesday. Tarleton, in Wednesday's action, got head coach Ronnie Hearn his 1,000th career victory with a 78-70 win at Eastern New Mexico. West Texas A&M is led by NC State transfer Devin Griffin with 16 points per game. For West Texas, Joni Unruh is back. The 2009 Lone Star Conference South Division Player of the Year missed all of last season with a knee injury, but is back for her 5th year of eligibility this year and is averaging 10.4 points per game. The Lady Buffs leading scorer, Devin Griffin, is a Division I transfer from NC State and is averaging 16 points per game. Tarleton will counter with Shelby Adamson, who's averaging just over 15 points per game, and Kiara Wright, who in just 3 games this year has 2 double-doubles and is averaging close to 16. A victory Saturday will be a tough chore for Tarleton, as the Texans have never beaten West Texas A&M 3 times in a row in their series history, which dates back to 1995. But the Texans will go for 3 in a row against the Lady Buffs right here in Stephenville at Wisdom Gym at 5 o'clock on Saturday. Tune in to KSTV 93.1 FM for the live broadcast, or listen live at tarletonsports.com. You can also follow on live stats or live video at tarletonsports.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.